Hello, hello. So, the thing is, I found a Gary Vaynerchuk book on the ground. It's going to shit. I don't read. But the reason I'm making this video is I'm willing to bet if I pick a random page in this book and I read it, I learn something, and everyone who watches this learns something off of one page. I'm gonna pick a random page. Okay. Just landed on page 200. Hey, you were right. And tell me that my answer sparked the beginning of a mind shift that led to rapid gains. I have no interest in being a motivational speaker, but it's scary and exciting to see how little it sometimes takes to change someone's perspective. Maybe we all look for excuses to explain why we don't achieve what we want to do, and we should be more self-aware and recognize how much control we actually have over our fate, even taking into account the barriers like racism, sexism, and nationalism that many of us have to face. It's amazing how as soon as you make the shift from I can't to why can't I, you go from from defense to offense. And as everyone knows, the best place to score is always in offense. The best place to score is always on offense. How do I create interesting content for a boring product or stale industry? A white lawyer defends a black man in a small southern town. A spoiled rich girl gets married 3 times and survives the Civil War. Boy meets girl. Recognize any of these shaved down to their core? To Kill a Mockingbird, Gone with the Wind, and Romeo and Juliet sound pretty damn boring. Their lasting power lies in the fresh, imaginative, daring, surprising storytelling of their creators. There is no boring if you tell your story right. If you're asking the question, your problem isn't your content, it's your mindset. You have to shift your thinking immediately. You cannot change your output unless you change your input. Start by thinking of every possible way your business, brand, or product touches people, from what they eat to their hobbies to their conversation topics. Don't box yourself in. Use your imagination and map out all the options if that's helpful. For example, a hardware store. You are sadly mistaken if all you see are tools, adhesives, and paint. Other people see their dream home, their kids. All right, that was the first page. It's pretty good, so I'm gonna read the second page. Your kid's fort, a finished honeydew list, a new vegetable garden, or a bird feeder. They see their problem solved, their rainy days filled, or their closet space doubled. They see habitat for humanity, or Eagle Scouts, or pencils, or promises. They might see sweat and exercise, or inspiration, change, craft, and fun. Next, think outside your industry altogether. When I see still selling wine, people would always tell me about other retailers that were doing interesting things and suggest I go for a visit. You know what my answer was? I don't give a crap. The truth is, despite all my years in wine, I spent an amazingly little amount of time within the industry itself. The same can be said for the agency industry, even though I'm working in it now. I've been to maybe 6 other agencies in my life. I don't follow industry news. I try not to listen to what else is going on. And that is why I have been able to innovate over and over again. I don't want to copy what everyone else is doing. I want to stand out. So I stick to what I'm really good at, and I search for inspiration where everyone else isn't looking. My experience in my toy collecting and baseball cards gave me the perspective to attack the wine collecting world in a new, fresh way. I look to Silicon Valley and Hollywood to create Wine Library TV. I used my business skills to create an agency that focused on business results more than creative. I used what I had learned from SEO, email marketing, and content marketing in the late 1990s and early 2000s to figure out how to create strategies for the new social media platforms. If you're launching a fitness app, pay attention to what's happening in the food industry, the rock climbing industry, even hip hop or sports. Think completely left field. The best way to stagnate is to pay attention to everyone else because they're doing the same crap over and over. And guess what? The same old crap sucks. Taking an open, optimistic attitude will keep your content fresh and exciting and allow you to change the world's perception of your boring product. Even if you listen to Gary Vee, I bet you still learn something from that. So imagine what you're going to learn if you don't listen to Gary Vee at all. I also recommend Grant Cardone, Dan Pena, Jordan Peterson, and Joe Rogan.